Henry Barthes is a substitute teacher who has perfected this. He lives by a single rule: detach. He floats through his assignments, staying long enough to hand out grades, but short enough to ensure he never learns a name. This armor was forged early. At 7, he watched his mother's life end by her own hand. Now he watches his grandfather's mind dissolve in a nursing home. To Henry, attachment is a direct route to ruin. His emotional numbness isn't a lack of character, it's a survival strategy. By refusing to feel anything deeply, he ensures he won't be destroyed by the same grief that took his mother. He has achieved a total vacuum of feeling. He is safe from the world's jagged edges, but he is also entirely unreachable. While this strategy keeps him safe, it carries a heavy cost. He has traded the pain of loss for the sterile, hollow quiet of isolation. That quiet ends in room 212. It's a classroom in a crumbling public high school, a battlefield where the students have already learned that the system doesn't plan on saving them. Henry begins to break his rules. He sits beside Meredith, a bullied artist, to listen. He finds Erica, a 15-year-old runaway, and brings her into his home. These are the very investments he spent 20 years trying to avoid. To reach these kids, Henry uses the literature of Edgar Allan Poe. He points them to the fall of the House of Usher. The mansion is a reflection of their school, beautiful once, but rotting from the inside, because the foundation was neglected. Look at this solitary figure approaching the wreck. As Henry teaches this, the air in the room shifts. The students are leaning in. He has stopped being a ghost in the room, and for the first time, they are looking to him to see if anyone will actually stay. When you listen to someone's story, you lose the ability to remain a bystander. You've made an emotional deposit that you simply can't just take back. Detachment is an all-or-nothing game. The moment you let the world in, you lose the protection of the armor. You are no longer safe. You are exposed. The bill for that exposure comes due on the school roof. Meredith, desperate to be seen as beautiful and overwhelmed by pain, stands on the ledge. Henry's sprint up the stairs is the sound of his 20-year defense strategy finally collapsing. He isn't floating anymore. He's desperate. He reaches her just as she steps away. Their eyes meet for a single terrible second. His full of the terror he tried to bury, hers full of the relief of letting go. The grief Henry spent his life running from has finally caught him. The silence on the roof is the sound of a debt being collected. This is the risk of caring. When you choose to be vulnerable, you accept that catastrophic loss is part of the deal. In the aftermath, Henry sits by his grandfather's bed and weeps for the first time since he was a child. He is finally feeling the full weight of his own life. His grandfather tells him he tried, and despite the outcome, the act of trying is a weight most people are too afraid to carry. Soon after, Erica leaves for a safe foster home. This is the direct result of the weeks Henry spent with his armor down, choosing to help when he could have stayed detached. Before she goes, she tells him that while he couldn't save everyone, he saved her. Erica is moving toward a future she wouldn't have had if Henry had stayed closed off. For him, that single result is enough to justify the pain of staying open. In the next classroom Henry enters, the satchel stays on the desk. He sits among the students and asks to hear their stories. He has stopped being a passerby and has started being a witness to their lives. He's no longer floating above the water. He has finally let it touch his feet. Detachment will keep you safe from trauma. It will protect you from heartbreak. But it also guarantees that you will remain alone in the quiet. In a world that chews up children and spits out statistics, in a world of statistics and crumbling systems, choosing to stay attached is a quiet, messy choice. It is often painful and imperfect, but it is the most difficult and necessary thing any of us can do.